I'm here in the Outer Banks of North Carolina off of Roanoke Island. And this is home to one of the greatest, if not the greatest, outdoor survival mysteries of all time. The Lost Colony of Roanoke.
So here's the story. In 1587, an English explorer, John White, set out with 117 colonists with hopes of establishing at Chesapeake Bay England's first permanent settlement in the New World. But instead, their captain landed them here on Roanoke Island, refusing to take them any further.
He drops them off on Roanoke Island, and soon after, he needs to go back to England to resupply. He's gone a total of 3 years. He comes back, and everyone is gone. Gone. Without a trace, nothing.
So here's the mystery. Where did they go and what happened to them? There are three primary theories. One, they went directly south to modern-day Hatteras Island. Two, they moved inland, quote, 50 miles to the main. Or three, they moved to a somewhat enigmatic location known today as Site X on the Chowan River. No matter the theory, this enduring mystery has intrigued us and baffled us for over 400 years.
Lots of people have taken a crack at this thing, from cartographers to geneticists. My expertise is how do people interact with their landscape? What do they eat? How do they survive? Who lives? Who dies? And I'm here to look at the mystery of the Lost Colony of Roanoke with that perspective. The answer is in these waters and on that land.
So this is a critical part of the story. The Croatoan were a small tribe that inhabited their namesake island, which lies about 50 miles to our south. They were known to have good relations with the English. In fact, a Croatoan named Manteo had willingly accompanied a group of English explorers back to London just a few years earlier. Manteo then returned to Roanoke with John White and the colonists, and it's likely that he helped the colonists out as they tried to survive their first winter. So, later, when John White found Croatoan carved on a tree, he assumed that's where the settlers went.
Their great mate, Manio, Croatoan was his village. So he would have said, come to my village, we will look after you.
Scott Dawson is a Croatoan descendant and founder of the Croatoan Archaeological Society. He's participated in a decade of archaeological excavations on this island and believes that the colonists not only made it here, but integrated into the tribe.
So we've excavated this area here already, and we found probably over 500 post holes from their longhouses.
Really?
Just there, sitting on the top.
Like I could dig a hole there,
Yeah.
and I might turn something up.
You would turn up masses of
Yeah,
stuff.
you can't miss.
Really?
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing, this is a place that hummed with edible life. We find bones or shells of deer, sea turtles, domestic dogs, an array of birds, fish, clams, oysters, all of it tossed long ago into a garbage mound. But I want to know more about English artifacts found here.
So we're looking at some greatest hits from this island.
Yeah.
Well, from this site, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a gun barrel for you.
It's been repurposed.
Oh yeah, man.
It's a chisel for building canoes.
Yeah, and someone pounded on it a whole bunch.
Once the gun's no longer fired, just the iron itself was valuable. So we find that constantly with all the iron. It all gets repurposed into something else.
Yeah, whatever it was took a lot of hits.
Yeah.
This is a remarkable find.
Oh.
So that's been repurposed. So somebody's actually put it around the
Yeah,
neck.
that's jewelry.
Jewelry, but it's actually a coin.
Oh, wow.
And it's what's called a Nuremberg token.
Okay.
And these were produced in the 1580s onwards. So that same token has been found on Roanoke.
Wow.
Provides the connection between the two.
Yep.
The odds of them not being the same source are astronomical.
So this is a small fitting, let's put it that way. On one side, what it is a rose, probably a Tudor rose. which has been repurposed. Now, the typologies of these are really well known in England, and they stopped being produced in around 1560. It's really impossible to see it coming in as a trade item from Jamestown in the 17th century.
Huh. To understand the practical realities that anyone would have faced in securing food on the Outer Banks,
Thank you, sir.
Scott and I are headed out on his home waters to experience some of the available food resources.
By coming out here and actually doing this and being in the same world, I mean, you look, there's no houses. It's not that different from 400 years ago, and the colonists would have had to learn how to adapt here.
While we know very little about the daily life of Croatoans, we have some clues to their existence that were captured in the artwork of John White himself. In addition to his maps and drawings of plants and animals, White illustrated detailed scenes of indigenous life, giving us some of the earliest visual records of the New World. One thing that's abundantly clear from White's illustrations is that spearing fish was a common practice here. So I want to see, albeit using some modern gear, what it would have looked and felt like for the colonists to feed themselves off of abundant and easy to locate stingrays.
There's so many of them. When they were training the young warriors, one of the first things they learned how to spear was the stingray.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're as good as the young boys from back then.
All right, let's do it.
To do this, we're being taken out by local sport fishing guide Daniel Burris, who has agreed to help us look for some rays.
There's one right here, Steve.
Man, I was gonna do a dive and harpoon move on him.
We'll get one.
I told you I could put you on him. It's on you now.
I'd rather have your job.
You see this one?
I got him.
Oh, got him. In the boat, right into the boat.
Got him. One down. Get another one? Make it two?
Yeah, one more. There's one, 12 o'clock.
Yep. Right
Good
behind him.
try, good try.
Right there.
Oh, missed. Here's one, Scott.
Got him.
Yeah.
Right there. There you go.
In the boat.
There it is.
There you go. Great job, everybody.
Thank you, Captain.
After spending a couple of hours here, I have an even deeper appreciation for the work and difficulty that the Roanoke colonists would have experienced as they tried to secure resources in this region. Figuring this stuff out would have been extremely difficult for the Roanoke colonists, especially when trying to care for children and cope with shortages of equipment and food. Of course, fishing was just one of many skills that the Croatoan had perfected over hundreds of generations. But it's easy to imagine that the added burden of the colonists might have proven too much of a strain on both the Croatoans' efforts and their resources.
I'm gonna lay this on there. That's gonna cook so fast.
Yep.
You know what I keep thinking about when I think about the work you guys are doing? The history's good.
Yeah.
Like the case you're making is good. The archaeology supports it, but the archaeology doesn't prove it.
For me, archaeology, history, it's not math. You know, math is 100%, right? It's not 2 + 2 is 4. You could have a situation where some of them came here, and some of them went somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be done, man.
Bottoms up, man, let's do it. Tastes like fish. Kind of rubbery,
Yeah. I got some grit.
for sure.
It's strong. Food's job isn't always to taste good. Its job is sometimes just to demonstrate a point.
Well, we're doing this for the experience, you know.
The point we're demonstrating today is what a speared fish tastes like, cooked over a fire. What do you think?
I think, let's get it.
To the Lost Colony.